Hello, everybody. Dirk Beveridge here, founder of Unleash WD and the executive producer of We Supply America for a Wednesday afternoon version of Unapologetically Live. We normally have these on Thursday morning, but I've been traveling and speaking the last 2 weeks. I didn't want to miss this week. I'll be speaking again tomorrow here in the Chicagoland area, so I didn't want to miss this week as well. So we brought it in Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. And today we're going to introduce our fourth ebook in our 8-volume series where we're sharing over 200 leadership lessons from Standout distributors. And today you're going to learn some lessons from an amazing organization out of Mercer, Pennsylvania, Hovis Truck and Auto Supply. And I've got two guests who are going to help us share those lessons with you as well. So you guys, thanks so much for joining us. Come on in. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're from. And we're going to get started in exactly 2 minutes. Okay? Thanks for being here, you guys. All right, you guys. Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. Really excited today about this ebook, the guest that I'm going to introduce to you. Hey, thanks for coming in, saying hello. Steve, what's up? Well, we're going to get some great leadership information today. Thank you for being here from Dallas. Michelle from Jekyll Distributors up in Madison. I love your organization, and thanks for being here, Michelle. Really appreciate it. Lynette says, hello, Dirk, and she is back in Montana. And I got to tell you, Lynette, you made me smile when you came in and said hi, because I'm thinking about it as I'm getting ready here and the music's going and all that. I'm doing my little thing. I just had the great pleasure of speaking at the IBDA annual conference down in Orlando, where Lynette is the associate director of that organization. Just an amazing meeting, amazing organization, amazing people. And Lynette, I don't know if you know this, but as we were getting ready to go up, some gentleman came running by, said, hi, Dirk, like he knew me, and then says, are you going to do the Dirk dance? I said, what? What Dirk dance? And he says, I've been on your Thursday things. And he says, you got to do the Dirk dance. So Lynette, thanks for being here. And Jess, so good to see you as well, my friend. Thank you for joining in. So let's jump into it. All right, you guys. So Unapologetically Live. Today, what we're doing is we're going to introduce and launch the fourth ebook in our series of 200 plus leadership lessons from Standout Distributors. You can download these books as they come available. 4 are available as of now. You see the URL there on your screen. So why did we create this important series of books? And each week what I've done is I've given a little different spin as to the why I think it's important. As I was thinking about answering this question today, why did we create this important series of books? Here's what I came up with, and I'd love you to tell me if you agree or disagree. See, I believe that the world, your world needs you to lead like never, ever before. I think about that. Conceptually, do you agree with that statement? Your world needs you to lead like never before. And as I was thinking about that, I just pull out a piece of paper, and this is the way I tend to think, is I make a mind map. And, here's what I said. Why do we need to lead like never before? And, up at the very top, I wrote lack of trust. If you look at the news channels, if you watch social media, if you look at what's going on in Washington, D.C., the polarization, the divide, it's all leading to this lack of trust. We need leadership more than ever before. If you look at the turmoil that's swirling all around us as we're trying to be alive and live and do great work and meaningful work for our families, our businesses, our local communities, you look at the turmoil, the economic, technology, the global affairs, my God, social trends and the like. There's turmoil. We need leadership more than ever before. Over on the left, I write down the business, the labor issues, supply chain issues, how work is getting done in this hybrid environment, culture, how culture is becoming so much more important in our businesses, and technology, right? We need leadership, I think, more than ever before. And then I write down on the bottom, I titled it The Human Condition. I mean, the impact and the effect of COVID on our business, on our families, on our children, on our elderly parents, on ourselves. We're going to be feeling that for a long time. And the stresses of work that we have, and the work-life balance. We could go on and on and on. So why do we do this book? I really do believe that we need leadership, great leadership, from top to bottom. More than ever before. And what happened, you guys, is when I was out on this We Supply America tour last year, crossing this country on the Sea to Shining Sea tour to champion the noble calling of distribution. 97 days, 16,600 miles, 35 different states, 34 different distribution businesses that we went to. I have to tell you something. From those experiences, I saw leadership on display. We need it, and it's there. And so we were able to capture these amazing leadership lessons and stories and tools. And yes, you can find those in our 8 broadcast quality films on WeSupplyAmerica.net. But we wanted to take those because we all learn differently. And we wanted to take those leadership lessons that the world, your business, your employees, your customers, our local communities need so deeply. We wanted to capture those in our ebook. So that's why we created this series of 8 different ebooks. They were sharing the 200 plus leadership lessons, and I really encourage you to download those as they come available. And we've got our 4th one for you today, and I'm super, super excited to share that with you. Now, where did these lessons come from? I mentioned that We Supply America tour. If you're not familiar with it, some of you are new here, I see. If you're not familiar with the We Supply America tour, let me just give you a 1.5-minute introduction to what we did with this tour and where these leadership lessons have come from. Here you go. In a world of social distancing, remote working, personal challenges, and business disruption, there are businesses with their committed, caring, and passionate professionals who kept America supplied. Distribution. It's much more than meets the eye. The pandemic shined a light on the imperative nature of supply. That light, the noble calling of distribution.
This is about patriotism. This is about the backbone of the American economy. Yeah. To be a part of helping you tell that story and to share some passion and enthusiasm for that, dude, that was cool.
The role that we play, especially during COVID, as essential workers, is making sure that we are getting the material that those contractors need to continue that growth.
These are the inspirational stories and lessons from across America. This is We Supply America.
tell you what, I've never worked for a company that treats their employees as well as the Porter Boys do.
Yeah.
I mean, they treat me better than any boss I've ever had, including myself when I had my own business for 20 years now.
We're honored to have you, Harold. We really are. We're blessed.
I love it here. That's all I can say.
We love you.
It's all that backbone that you don't see. Yeah. That's what we do.
So you guys, in a time when our world, when our business, when our industry is craving for leadership, the goodness throughout distribution, the goodness through the backbone of America, $7 trillion economic engine that distribution is, the creation of 6 million jobs, 6 million jobs. And the people are what make it. And I tell you, when you meet those people, when you grow across this country, as we did last summer, and we're getting ready for season 2, I can't wait to announce it for you. But man, you see the leadership that is on display, and we can learn from those. So over the course of the We Supply America tour last year, as we listened to these lessons, we were able to pull out what we call the 7 ethos of the noble calling of distribution, the noble calling of leadership. You see those on your screen: purpose, people, family, ownership mindset, customer centricity, expertise, and profit. And in these ebooks, you have lessons as to how you can bring each one of those into your business. And it really is real. I'm proud of the work that we've done here. So a couple things real quick, then we're going to jump into it. Lincoln, my friend, great to see you. Love the energy. I think the energy comes from our passion for distribution, our passion for this country, our passion for the people that we get to meet, and our passion to be able to tell stories to help all 30,000 distributors, all 6 million people throughout distribution thrive. That's our mission, and that's where we get the energy. So thank you for that. And Michelle, thank you. I love what you say here. Michelle says, never been more important leadership than it is now. You're so right, and we need as many tools that we can get our hands on. So we're going to give you one of those tools right now, Michelle. So one of those amazing stops one of the amazing 34 stops that I had was in Mercer, Pennsylvania, at a fantastic family-owned organization, Hovis Truck and Auto Supply. There we are pulling up. I had a chance to meet, you're going to meet 2 of the individuals on the screen here live in just a second. I had a chance to meet the leadership team of the organization. We had a chance to meet all the employees of the organization and talk to and learn from them. And every individual had a story. And just one of the things that touches my heart is the patriotism and the love of country that the entire Hovis family, extended family, has for this country. And they truly did touch me in a lot of different ways. And there are absolutely great lessons that we can pull from that stop. And so we're pleased to present our 4th book, The Leadership Insights Best Practices, that you're going to learn from Hovis. All right, so Hovis Auto and Truck Supply, entrepreneurial history. We'll see if we can get a story of how Grace's grandfather, I think, started the business in high school. Oh my gosh, it's an amazing story. 3rd generation. In my mind, man, they redefined family business. I was going to show a 2.5-minute clip. I decided not to because of time, but when you go and you watch the We Supply America film of Hovis, you see about a 2.5-minute clip where these high school and college students who happen to be Hovis children are talking to me about what this family business means to them, what it means to the community, how proud they are of their parents and their uncles. And there are just so many lessons that you can learn from high schoolers. It really is something else. 17 different locations. And man, when I think of the noble calling of distribution, I think of Hovis. So if you don't mind, let me pull in our guests for today. Cliff Hovis, the president of the organization, and his daughter, Grace, who is the marketing and training director for the organization. Cliff and Grace, welcome. Good to see you guys.
Hey, it's great being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So real quick, how have you guys been since I was out in Mercer visiting y'all? How have y'all been? Cliff?
we've been extremely busy. That's how we've been. Things are wild in our industry. Supply chain issues probably worse than ever. But we're busier than we've ever been too. So it's very challenging. It's great, difficult. We redefine everything every day and just keep rolling ahead.
Interesting. I'm going to come back to that. Grace, how would you answer that question? How have you guys been?
Great, great and blessed and fortunate to be where we are. But yes, so incredibly busy. Dad's not saying it, but he's actually been working the counter in one of our stores for the last couple months because it's all hands on deck. Every day we're on a full sprint. So we're doing what we can right now.
Yeah, that is crazy. Again, you're right. That goes to why leadership, right? The turmoil, supply chain, people issues, all that working. Cliff, you did say something. This isn't in the book. Hell, I'm going to learn something else from you right now. All right. Yeah. But what you said, we're redefining. Did you say redefining everything? Tell me about that.
That's how business is. I mean, the great thing, like Grace mentioned, is I'm on the counter. I love being on the counter. I love dealing with people every day, not only my employees, but customers off the street and on the phone. And so, when you're in that position, you learn so much more how we can improve ourselves, where we need to sharpen ourselves, what we're doing great and what we're not doing so great. So it's a great opportunity, but as things change, all the time, you just have to roll with it. If you don't change, if you're not abreast of what's going on, you won't be here tomorrow. Simple as that.
Yeah, without question. What better way than to feel the pulse of what needs to be redefined, what needs to be transformed, where innovation is going to be required? What better place than to get it than working the counter, talking to customers?
Yeah, that's great.
Right? Yeah.
That's right.
Really fantastic. Thanks for that. Great insight. So, guys, the story of Hovis, the lessons of leadership, the lessons of family, the lessons of patriotism, the lessons of business, the lessons of, dare I say, love, are absolutely, absolutely powerful. And I feel that I've been blessed to have been able to meet you all and to be able to help tell your story because we can share those lessons. And as you know, we're excited to introduce this fourth in our series of 8 that features the leadership lessons from Hovis. And Cliff, if you don't mind, I'm going to go into page 3 of the book. And I know, our second ethos is about people. And people are very important to the Hovis family. And right here, there's something that could spark our thinking. I quote you in here. You say, when I hire someone, I say you can do 2 things. You can either come in and put time in, or you can become something. You say, I want you to become something. Right. My goodness. Just everybody on this, just pause for a second. Think about that. When we bring somebody in the organization, the positioning of ownership is you can come in, put in time. And by the way, you're going to get paid well for putting in time, or you can become something. Tell us what's behind that thinking, Cliff.
It's just my many years in business. It's a success story. It's the American dream. Employees I brought in that have run delivery, that I hired back in 87, 88. And they're still with me, and they're managers, upper management now. They've taken the bull by the horns. We have so many long-term employees. It's great, but they've become something. And it's so great to watch. So they're valuable to me, and they're also valuable to themselves because what an achievement whenever you become something more than where you start, and they're more valuable. Not only do I need to pay them more, but heaven forbid if they would leave me, they're much more valuable to the industry.
Isn't that something, man? So, Grace, when you hear your father talk about that, I know you've heard it. What goes to your mind when you hear that philosophy, that core belief that when we bring people into the business, it's about growing them, developing them, helping them become more?
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I wholeheartedly believe. And it's something that he instilled in me and my brother from a young age. I mean, it really comes back to, we live in the land of the free, and this is the land of opportunity. And we've seen my grandfather and my dad and my uncle chase their American dream, and we want to give that opportunity to our employees too. So when they come into the business, doesn't matter where you start, the sky's the limit.
That's amazing. Cliff?
And then
Yeah.
I think just yesterday, Grace and I were sitting in a room and I had our key 5 or 6 in, going over marketing and different things we have going on. And these people have become family. They're not just employees or family. So Grace has so many people that she works for that she's known ever since she was,
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old. It's
I
just
call
so
them all
cool.
my uncles.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have many uncles.
I love it. Yeah, and in the film and in the book, we tell the story about how you and Clifford, your brother, walk in the warehouse pushing the broom for $2 a day.
Oh yeah,
and the like.
best $2 ever.
Yeah. So I do love what you said. You again brought out the land of opportunity, the home of the free and the brave. And again, for those of you watching, I really encourage you to go to WeSupplyAmerica.net. I'll show you that in a second. And watch this Hovis film. And at the end, the way I was moved through that day, they have me sitting on some Harley Davidsons, man. And my mind just starts going. And I connected some dots from some other stops. And guys, I think distribution is all about freedom. And that's what you said, right? It's about helping individuals grow.
Right.
They all have dreams. They have goals. They want to do some things in their life. And if we can help them grow, you talked about paying them more, Cliff.
Right.
To be free and to be that individual they want to be. I think it's amazing. Cliff,
I'll take it one step further, Dirk.
Please.
My brother and I were just talking the other day that we've helped so many customers grow too, because it's, we're all part of the chain, from the end user all the way up to the vendor, the manufacturer. And we've helped and we've seen, and we have such loyal customers that have been with us forever, and just taking a look at their numbers, where they started, where they've grown, how many people they've employed, maybe they were the wash boy and now maybe they took over the shop, so it's incredible, but it's all about service. We have to get that part there no matter what. We're in the service business. If we don't get that part to our customer so he could put it on that car and that customer could get their vehicle home, we fail. And there's someone else that'll do it if we don't.
No doubt. You mean there's competition out there?
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, no doubt. So I really love that. And it really ties into these 7 ethos that uncovered. And these books are really bringing home. So Grace, if you don't mind, can I go to something? I'm going to go to the book again. I'll be right back with you. All right.
Absolutely.
But if we go to the book and we look at page 9 of the book, let me get there. Yeah, right here relative to the ethos of purpose. I love this quote. And again, it can get us all thinking about leadership. It says, I always knew what I wanted to do. I saw the work that my father and uncle put into this business, and not just the work, but the passion, how driven they are, how much they cared about the business, cared about the employees we just heard, and how hard they are working to build the future, and how hard they are working to build the future. So there's a lot in that statement, right? You've watched, you've learned, you saw the passion. The word care is used 3, 4, 5 times there, and then working to build the future. Can you tell us a little bit more deeper into your thinking with that quote there, Grace?
Yeah, I think that's part of my purpose, and I think it kind of like explains our purpose as a whole. First off, we're Christians, and through this, our first and foremost, we want to glorify God through everything we do and do it to the best of our ability. We also want to take care of our people, take care of our customers. We are so people driven. Our people are our purpose through and through. Our employees, our customers. If we don't do what we do, they can't do what they do. They can't put food on the table. So each and every day we're out here working. I think it's really important that we keep the perspective that we're not doing this for ourselves, but there's a whole army of people in front of us and behind us that we're doing this for. Yeah, and I think that's just another example that my uncle and father and my grandfather set for me and my brother and my cousins.
Yeah.
Just to be purpose-driven in everything.
It's really beautiful. I appreciate that. To be purpose-driven in everything. People at the top of that is what I'm hearing you say. Glorify God. What a model that I developed as a result of meeting you and the others on the tour is I really believe that the very nature of leadership is changing more rapidly than any of us really know or feel. I think we as leaders coming out of the pandemic have to be a different type of leader than we were coming into the pandemic. And kind of the evolution that I see is a 4-step. I see leadership has evolved from controlling to managing to leading. And those 3 have been talked about. But I think the 4th one is what we're calling this noble calling of leadership, where purpose and people are at the top. So I don't know if you've heard me talk like that before, Cliff, but when you hear that leadership is changing, we've got to be different coming out of the pandemic, and you hear this evolution from controlling to managing to leading to noble calling. What goes through your mind there?
Yeah, it's just, you know, I'll just use my warehouse manager, for example. And the guy, all he ever wanted to be, his dad was one of my customers. All he ever wanted to do was work for me. You know, unfortunately, he does work for me. I'm the only place he's ever worked besides for his dad, you know, when he was a small kid. It's just amazing. And so, you know, Carm, his name's Carm. You met him here. He's a little shy. He didn't want to be on TV. But the things he's done, because things are evolving, supply chain is a disaster now. And we've all gone to, you know, buying as much as we can, as often as we can, filling our buildings with as much inventory as we can. And we'll have this number, but the next number we won't have. And as a warehouse manager, you know, I try not to micro manage my people. Carm has just redefined our warehouse, set it up to handle containers and bulk, and you know, and he just has all these dreams, you know. And I walk through several of our buildings here, and everything's lined up just perfectly. It isn't just like it's put into place; it's like perfectly into place. So you know, that's noble, you know. And what he does impacts my stores, impacts delivering a part to the end user. So, you know. So he's taking it on himself to adopt and to change. You know, it's just, and you just have to let people go and do what they do.
Yeah, right. I love it.
Don't tell them every move to make. Let them come up with it themselves and run with it.
Because they've got ideas.
They've got
ideas and they want to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Grace, anything to add on that? I'm not sure if you did.
Yeah, I mean, I think what takes it to the noble level is just kind of like realizing that it's not just a job you come to every day. You come and leave, go through the motions. This is our lives, and this is our employees' lives, which is really just where the purpose comes into that. I mean, people here put everything they have into their work every day, just like Carm.
That's awesome.
Just leave it on the field every day. You know, give it your all. That's what I see.
So,
absolutely.
Guys, thank you so much. We're coming up on the clock. There's so much more in the series I'll introduce to everybody and the ebook. Real quick, I got to ask, though, you guys were kind enough to invite me to come out, I think, in about 30, 40 days. Tell me about what you've invited me to and what we're going to experience real quick.
Go ahead, Grace. You're the marketing director.
So we're actually putting on our 21st annual trade show this year. We've had 2 years off because of COVID, unfortunately, but we're also bringing it back to our main warehouse, which is where we've always dreamed of having it. So we're really excited. It's a Saturday morning. We're anticipating having 600 to 650 people here, and that's not even including our 100 vendors that are so gracious to sponsor and come out. So, I'm just really excited about that. And Dirk's
it's our 70th anniversary, Dirk.
Oh,
70th.
Yeah. Fantastic. Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
And thank you for the invite. You know, I've met the Hovis extended family. You giving me the opportunity now to come meet 600 plus of your customers and 100 plus of your suppliers. I cannot wait. In fact, I'm repping here. All right. So thanks for that.
Looking good.
And also, you know, who introduced us.
Great hat. I like that too.
Right? Yeah. So guys, thank you so very, very much for opening up yourselves and your business and allowing us to really use your business as a platform to help others grow and develop and really absorb this noble calling of distribution and leadership.
I can't say enough there to, you know, what you exposed so many people to, because people didn't understand our industry. And I think it's just auto parts. What's sexy, what's exciting about that. And you've exposed it. And I've had so many people watch We Supply America and come back and they're just, I have to do business with you. You know, that's the kind of comments I hear. And yeah, exactly. You know, a lot of that is it is what you've done. You've just put a spotlight on us. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your story. I mean, I wish my grandfather could see this.
Yeah.
Because he'd be really proud.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt. Well, guys, thank you for sharing that. It means a lot to me. And you know what? We're all just trying to pay it forward, right?
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Cliff,
All right.
Grace, thank you guys very, very much. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Okay, guys?
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for joining us here. Thanks.
Thank you.
So there you have it, guys. What a fantastic conversation. And I tell you what, this type of leadership insight is what you're going to get when you dive into the episode and the ebook. Let me just share with you how I have designed these books. All right. So they're designed to be quick reads. They're designed to take the gems of thinking and leadership from, in this case, the Hovis organization and family. And what we've done is we've taken these leadership lessons and insights from direct quotes, and we put them in the book. And we've given you a title such as job creation, respect for the customer, and the icons refer to which of the 7 ethos they refer to. And these are designed so that you can stop, pause, and think and say, what does that mean to me and my business? So the books are absolutely, I'm excited to get those into your hands. I just received an email, I think 2 or 3 days ago, from Jim Kedsel, who downloaded the first ebook. And here's what he said to me. He said, Dirk, I just went through the first ebook. What a gold mine of ideas and thoughts. I like the format that you're using. I can't wait to read the other ebooks as they come out. And Jim, the 4th ebook is there waiting for you. And I really hope that you all take advantage of it as well. There's 3 ways that I see that you can use these ebooks. Number 1, as an individual yourself, self-reflection, just sit down with a pen, yellow felt marker, man, and use it to self-reflect on your personal leadership. 2, as a team. I recommend you have your team print this out, and at your next meeting, have everybody come with one of the leadership insights or lessons or quotes that resonated with them, and have a conversation. I guarantee you're going to further your organization and your team. And then the business. Cliff talked about needing to redefine everything. Well, these are great tools for you to absolutely redefine leadership and parts of your business. Okay. Now, you can also use them with the film. So I do encourage you. I'm live on the website right now. I do encourage you to go to WeSupplyAmerica.net, and here you'll learn about the We Supply America tour. But then you'll also see the 8 broadcast quality films that we made in this docuseries. You can go right to the Hovis Auto, and here are the individuals you're going to meet in there. And then you can actually just click on there and start watching that film and have it there with you, especially as you're going through the ebook as well. So just another resource there for you. Okay. So we're excited. Volume 4, Hovis Auto and Truck Supply. I always get that mixed up. Is it truck and auto or auto and truck supply? Sorry about that, guys. Is there for you. You can download them at WeSupplyAmerica.net/ebook-series. And when you go there, here's what you're going to see. Yep, let me go to that website if you don't mind. So you'll go there, and this is where you'll be drawn to. Go ahead and fill in your name and the information there, and you'll get immediate access. You'll see here are the 8 books that are coming, and you'll see that the first 4 are available right now, and then you'll see the dates that in March, April, and May that the other 4 are going to be coming out. When you do, you only have to do this once, and you'll get access to this landing page where you can go and download the 4 that are available now. You'll see that there, and then the others as they become available. Okay, you guys? So there you have it. Happy Thursday afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I really hope that I get more emails like Jim sent to me about those of you using the books and the great insights to further your business, further the leadership. Hey, the noble calling of distribution. You know what? We can and should be unapologetic about who we are and what we do and how we lead and the goodness throughout distribution. Go out there, finish the week strong, be unapologetically you. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week, everybody.